I do actually really like his May. Super good. Choose Money Crew, though. I really want to see how they're going to scout this out. If they are... I don't want to say if they're smart, because obviously they know the game a lot better than I do, but I think that they're probably going to look at this and just be like, oh, we'll just go regular 3-3. We don't really need to play
nice save
on
there,
the Sombra here. Yeah,
nice
just
save.
Saving my dignity, whatever shreds of it remain.
Does look like they are going to go and stick on the Sombra for the time being. No Diva means you can't eat Bio Grenade, so we'll have to see how they actually come up against HSL, holding the high ground. Perfect arcs of nades coming out from Fisher. Could be rather dangerous running onto the point of this situation.
Henningsen, though, he's going to be feeling very safe, cradled in the arms of Fisher, and of course all of the healing from his 3 supports. There's a lot of point healing that can come through from an Ana, as well as, of course, the usage of a Bio Grenade. When you combine the Bio Grenade with the Discord Orb, Crocs is not going to have a good time at all.
This is exactly what Morphing needs to do. Just poke away at the front line, or the back line, one of the two. Nice hack onto Zander, and others can chase him down. Nice rotation from Henningsen, though, blocking a lot of the people from Choose Money Crew, trying to grasp some space. Not going to do it just yet. Perfect turn from Henningsen. Molfig the HSL, in fact, refusing to let Molfig get off a hack. He manages to get it off on Zander, but it's not the worst target in the world. Nano Boost is going to come out so early. A Transcendence to match from Choose Money Crew, but Molfig actually has that EMP rather soon. You've got to be careful of HSL. They laid down the hammer and killed off Hobbling, but it is the waiting Sombra that they got to be careful for.
Thing's not available, though. Chow gets demexed. He's going to have to try and get that mech back before the next fight. Easier said than done, though, when everyone's got a large shield tied behind. And even when you do get the mech available, guess what? You can be EMP'd. Molfig could even try and spawn camp Ding here.
Don't think they're even going to need it, to be honest. They got the Lucio to speed back in, but it's so close to being taken. Transcendence is going to get used, and now Molfig could just wait this out. He can jump in with an EMP. He's got the aerial ground as well, but the sleep was good. But someone lock him up! No! He jumps back into the back line, though. EMP still ready and waiting. Graviton Surge is going to come through. They'll see him wait if they need the EMP for next. EMP does come out in the end as they get grabbed, but they actually got grabbed on the point, which means they managed to get the cab.
What an interesting sort of continuum of Ultra there. Morph definitely not wanting to bring out the EMP any sooner than was necessary. Instead wanting to combine it with the Graviton Surge. That means that a lot of playmaking ultimates here for Choose Money Crew were used in that singular fight, and Fisher now will have that Nano Boost ready to go, which means Crocs, he's got to try and shut down this next push. But of course you can facilitate that so well, Jaws. If you've got the Sombra, just get your hack onto Henningsen, get rid of that shield, take everyone down with a follow-up Earth Shatter. That's the win condition here. That's the easiest way for Choose Money Crew to win this one out, especially if they can make sure Fisher's Nano Boost goes to waste.
Fisher playing the corner rather well. They do find the sleep on to the Zarya. Instantly, Henningsen jumping to the back line, hits the Shatter as well. All that damage is going to get negated for the time, but that Transcendence is little to no use when you have Fisher on the other side, lays down the Bio Grenade, and an instant wipe of Choose Money Crew.
Potentially there, the communication of Mouse's protected barrier was so important. They went right in. Fisher using the melee to actually slap a Biotic Orb right against Crocs, and then guess what? Even if I'll be the best does pop that Transcendence, there's so much damage coming in, and there's no healing coming out because of the anti-nade. But Crocs just falls down as he tries to use that Earth Shatter. HSL now have such a demanding position. Molfig needs to get this.
Oh, they slept it. That's an easy pick.
Beautiful.
No way you're going to escape from that one. Gustav getting chased down as well. You see Askov in the stratosphere chasing down Gustav. He was naded as well. He tried to escort Molfig away, trying to push people away from him using the boop. Little to no effect, though, as he was killed off. A reset for Choose Money Crew, but they got the EMP, Harry, and they got the grab online as well.
Yeah, that could be their win condition. It's what they used last time. Mouse used the Graviton first, and then Molfig going on top with the EMP, but potentially you want to use that EMP first to make sure that no one can try and answer. Fisher, he's in the back. He's got the Nano Ray to go as well as potentially a Biotic Grenade. If he can hit that on Crocs.
There's the Nano. The grab gets eaten from Mouse. Molfig with the only ult to really change the course of this fight. HSL are going to watch Choose Money Crew back off now as the Nano was applied and eventually wears out from Henningsen. He's playing forward. He knows there's going to be a grab coming in soon. It's going to hit, but the EMP is there. A perfectly timed Transcendence, but a double support ult used by HSL. Choose Money Crew now having basically free shatter if they can get around Henningsen, but it's all on the Reinhardts now. He's saddling up to the payload, and instantly you can see Crocs getting booped in. He's under so much pressure and goes down eventually. Chow finds himself a double kill, and Choose Money Crew still struggling to push through the streets.
And that position as HSL, you've got to get aggressive, right? Because there are so many things that can take down Henningson's shield. Not just all of the pressure that's coming in from the DPS or Mouse of high energy, but also Molfig. You can get a hack. You can get stunned as well by Oberlin coming in with a shield bash. And HSL, this triple support comp right now is looking so good for them against the 3-2-1. They're dealing incredibly well with the Sombra, and that's in no small part due to Fisher and his sleep darts. He's managing to shut people down so well. And now Crocs, his advantage, his window, it's gone, Jaws. They now both have the Earth Shatters ready to go. Neither one can play a little bit more aggressive than the other unless Molfig can make it happen.
Self-destruct's going to come in. The Shatter's going to be good, and the bomb's even better. Chow finds 3. What a setup for HSL. No more ults needed. Fisher goes down, it don't matter. A team kill for HSL, and now Shoes Money Crew still relying on that EMP. Have not managed to push it far at all. In fact, the cart is rolling back.
Sometimes you got to send a message, and the cart, like you said, it's at their back. It's losing distance right now. HSL, they managed to scare Shoes Money Crew away from it on the last rotation, and Crocs, once again, is going to have the advantage when it comes to that Shatter.
EMP's going to come in soon. Molfig trying to set up for that EMP straight into the Shatter, but look how far HSL are playing back. Ding is hiding as well on the sidelines, making sure he doesn't get hacked. If he does, the fight might just be over. He's going to get discovered now as Molfig going around the back lines. If he can find maybe even a solo EMP on Ding or just line the geometry up perfectly, he's going to get slipped again from Fisher. He is solo carrying these fights with a sleep dart. Shoes Money Crew have 20 seconds remaining. They're going to get grabbed in the front line as well. That boop onto the air. Henningson with a 180 shatter onto 5 people. Henningson wipes the floor with Shoes Money Crew. They're going to get hacked, Harry, but it doesn't matter. There's 7 seconds remaining. Shoes Money Crew did not see that one coming.
I don't think I paid for tickets to this show, but I bloody love it. HSL looking so good. And Fisher, you know that he's a good projectile DPS. Did you know that it confers so well to the sleep darts on the Ana, the biotic grenades for healing as well? He's on point. He's Ding's bodyguard. Get down, Mr. Zenyatta.
How's he finding these? They're so good. Plus, Molfig was getting booped around there, by the way. Not only was Ding firing at him, there was also a Diva kind of disrupting him as much as he could.
Yeah, Chow caught him as he went for the first EMP as well. Managed to catch him on the staircase. You've got to always be checking for those Sombras when you're on the Diva, right? You don't have to reload. You've got a large spread. With those pellets, it means you can clear large areas of potential hacker presence.
Shoes Money Crew now on the defense. HSL looking so strong with the triple support too. It wasn't even Brig. It wasn't Ana instead of the Brig, and it worked out so well. There's so much healing as well available in that comp. There is a lot of burst healing too. Normally you rely on the Brig armor pack to stop a lot of the aggression onto your Reinhardt. You throw it on. You get some additional armor if he is near overheal, and plus instantly heals you up for quite a way as well if you're the Rein. But with the Ana, you nade everybody. Everybody gets amped heals from the Lucio, from the Zen. Feels so good if you're HSL. Shoes Money Crew on the defense. Going to run a similar comp as they did last time around. No Zenyatta this time, though. They're going to run Ana, and as well Molfig on the Sombra.
Brig, outdated. Goats, outdated. Long have we waited. Ana, activated for both teams right now. I'll be the best is going to be on the defense with, they are going to play with this Sombra again, so HSL. They know that they can beat out this comp rather easily with their triple DPS with the augmenting, using the Ana instead of that Brigitte. But for now, Fisher and Chow, they're on double DPS. They got the Sombra right here. They got Fisher on the Mei. He may decide to swap around. Does look like they are going to have a couple of swaps. Will Fisher be joining him? Yes, he will. And why not? They're actually going to run Viana with the Brigitte instead. And Fisher has done a great job of checking Molfig on both the Brigitte and the Ana. Remember all the shield bashes on Volskaya as well. For now, Mol, he wants to try and make sure that he's got the recon. Going to feed over that information.
That was a good use of the laser there. The left click from Zapre. Diminish found the Sombra. He's going to be in a corner somewhere, right? You want to be able to get as much charge as possible with that EMP. If you're building them like Doha, you're going to win games. Big bio grenade in the front line, though. HSL have changed over from the Ana. Switched onto that Zenyatta instead. A little bit of a rotation from Molfig, just trying to scare people, trying to corral them into the front line of Shoes Money Crew.
Crocs has that Discord up on him, which means he's going to be a victim.
That's a whole lot of damage straight away. Zapre running at the back line. Mouse is sent so low. Molfig Managed to get out just in time, but now HSL know they got a man advantage.
That they do. Molfig is going to have to join from as like a skirmishing right here. Zander trying to use this energy.
Oh, what a boob straight in. Mouse didn't stand a chance. Although Cross gets booped in too and actually finds a kill onto Fisher.
Nano
Sometimes
break.
that can actually aid you. Nano onto the Brigitte. No one's killing her now. And Obling earns himself a rally for the next fight. But Molfig's got an EMP. This is what we want to see. 1 EMP per fight. And the comp is so good at just running over standard goes.
Yeah, you got to have that generation, right? If you're up against a 3-3, that's so much meat, so much healing, and you're going to be free basically to just punch into it. And you've got to punch right into the heart of HSL right now. You've got to make sure Henningsen is not available. You've got to take him right out of the picture and maybe catch Ding as well so that he can't use that Transcendence to try and answer.
Looks like he wants to go in. He has to get the perfect angle to almost get everybody. You see Zapre's hiding away as well. Wants to answer this aggression with a grab. They're trying to bait something out right now, but you can see Molfig had to go back. He couldn't get an angle on everybody. Ding and Zapre splitting up was so perfect. A rally's going to be initiated as well from the Brig. Henningsen gets hacked again. Graviton Surge comes through. One member's caught up. A perfect shatter in response. And that's Fisher. Focused and targeted down. Both support ultimates has been traded, but a shatter coming out once again from Henningsen. Bomb comes in through as well.
Great
you can
block.
block up all that damage from Crocs, but the rest of your teammates were already dead. Everybody ran past your shield, and they ended up falling. HSL will claim the point after the team kill, net themselves 4 minutes to push through the streets now.
Both for Reinhardt's coming in with clutch plays there. Molf got a little bit greedy. He didn't want to use that EMP after he thought that the team fight might already be won via the huge shadow that came through from his Reinhardt. So it was like, okay, I can hold on to this. I'll just get the follow-up damage. But some great responses from HSL, including a Transcendence from Ding, made sure everyone was well supplied with the healing they needed. Ascot does have a huge advantage on the Sandbar now. They can get aggressive, but they need to wait for that EMP. So Ascot, his mission right now is to make sure he remains undetected by Molfig, has to hide out of sight so that after the EMP, he can come in, supply that overshield, and make sure that everyone, as they try and follow up, is in a very desperate position to counter-attack into. That's how HSL win this next fight, despite the advantage in so many ultimates for Shoes Money Crew.
Molfig is just about to sneak into the back line. Chow actually gets slept on the top, and a hack's going to land on him as well. As soon as he wakes up, he's going to be in trouble. Graviton Surge on the payload. Molfig actually gets there out of dodge. He didn't want anything to do with it. A grab's going to come in as well from the side of HSL, straight on top of Shoes Money Crew, and ends Croc's life so quickly. Molfig can use that EMP, but actually I think that was cancelled. No one's actually hacked up Parry apart from Zapre. A beat's going to come through as well. Obling goes down, and Shoes Money Crew are in pieces. There's no way they can get back now. Honor's going to get delayed spawn anyway. Couple of meters remain, and HSL will secure King's Row and land themselves a 3-0 in the series, netting them the win.
In pieces, torn apart by the Lions of HSL, and well, I think this is one of the first series we've actually seen a 3-0 scoreline after Hybrid. We do still have Escort. We aren't going to go to map 5, so we won't take up all of your evening. You will be able to get a snack before Overwatch League, thankfully. But going over to Escort, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what comes out. Shoes Money Crew, given how close this field is, they need to be accruing those map differential points to try and get into playoffs.
Today, they came in at the same map differential, but HSL looking like a brand new team. The addition of Ding is working out so well, but it's really been Fisher on this Ana, and just Fisher in general. Like I said, I think that EMP was actually cancelled in amongst the chaos. There was so much actually going on. It's sometimes a little bit hard to actually see the individual interruptions. And as soon as that EMP is kind of wasted there, that's what it's all said and done. That one key fight-winning ultimate completely cancelled out. Plus, and think about the time he actually used to build that up. HSL got the upper foot, and they end up taking the map. 3-0 currently in the series. We're going to jump on Dorado after this break. Hey guys, welcome back. HSL versus Shoes Money Crew. HSL with that secure map victory on King's Road does mean they take the series 3-0. We have got Escort, though, coming up on your screens to fight for some of those map points, which Shoes Money Crew kind of need at this point. Because, Harry, they came in today, and the same with HSL, at -1. You want to at least keep that above 0. It does mean a whole bunch going later on into the group stage, especially when it comes to seeding for playoffs.
Yeah, only our top 6 will be going forward to playoffs. The bottom 2, unfortunately, will not be participating. And let's not forget, because I think HSL could be a contender for the #1 spot. They're looking so aggressive. They're putting on a show today that the #1, the grand final winner of all of Contenders Europe, will be going forward to an international event, the Gauntlet, in Seoul, South Korea, to compete against some of the best in the world when it comes to the Tier 2 of Contenders. And they're going to be representing not only us, but the entire continent there. So right now, HSL, they're going to be trying to put their foot on the throat of Shoes Money Crew, pressing down, getting that 4-0, and our first 4-0 potentially of the entire season.
Can't believe it's taken 3 weeks to get a 4-0. It looks how...
May not even yet if Shoes Money Crew can pull one out of a bag, but...
It is the most competitive season we've had coming in to 2019. I mean, we looked at Season 1, it was like, okay, so clear victors, yes, yes, yes. Young and Beautiful not looking so hot. Young and Beautiful this time around, they're looking like one of the best teams currently in Contenders. Plus, we have people like Clockwork Vendetta. Clockwork Vendetta. I didn't think I'd actually be saying that name. It's like, wow, okay, so they did really well in Trials. Yeah, they came first. They're making it into Contenders. And
they're not going to make it here.
It's like, whoa, it's... They were a question mark team, I think.
Our prejudices have been challenged.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I mean, maybe this, like, not really a one-trick team, but nearing on one-trick team. A specialist team, yes.
There we go.
I mean, they're contending with some of the best we have in EU, showing their prowess on almost every hero imaginable.
And occasionally destroying them.
Yeah, I mean, Monk Mudder's just been proving just that. It's going to make us so scary. And even with HSL and Shoes Money Crew, these are names, a lot of them, that we are very, very familiar with. People coming back, like we're seeing Zapre and Fisher, of course, and even Ding having a big resurgence, joining HSL this week and looking nigh on unstoppable.
Chow is going to be on this Sombra right now, Jaws, and Chow, he is a really good tracking DPS. He was a very good tracer for a long time, known for that, of course, in the ranked queue before he became a diva, and he's going to make sure that Gustav cannot be a huge part of this fight, and he's just raining in from above. He's having the time of his life, Jaws.
Yeah, someone's going to be able to contest him, or have to at this point. Kronk's going to jump up, almost get hacked, but instantly go down to the floor again. Didn't really get any value at all. The Shoes Money Crew's still moving the payload. Gustav's going to get hacked now as well. But that beautifully placed bubble actually stopped a lot of that damage going through. I'll be the best, picks off Ding as well. Molfig sleeping on the job, but the initial pick on the main healer of HSL is going to be a good start.
And it is. Well, that's going to be able to get away.
1 HP.
He's got 1 HP. Someone's
literally
shooting.
1 HP.
There we go. I'll be the best. Picks him off with an orb. And Shoes Money Crew breaking through this first point of defense rather easily. And they've got a couple of charged ultimates towards their name right now. Oberlin's going to be the closest. Almost got that rally. And of course, when you have the advantage of the rally, you can be very aggressive into an enemy team. You have that regenerating armor. Can HSL even contest? Doesn't look like it. Wow. Shoes Money Crew just putting the fear of God in HSL right now. They're going to have to get wild. They're going to have to sort things out if they want to work this out. Chow almost has the EMP. That's got to be the main win condition, George. He's got to catch I'll be the best. But look, Gustav checking him right now, making sure that he can't get around there and get any free damage.
That was all off one pick as well, coming through from I'll be the best, taking out Ding. Chow's 5% away. He can just blink at the back line. It's not going to be an issue getting that ult online. Receives a bit more healing, waiting for everybody to pass through this small choke point so we can get a 6-man EMP. That is the goal.
Like you said,
has to get something. Did get the passive charge eventually. Nice little sleep there onto the Zai as well. And that'll be the rest cleaned on up. Uh-oh, the Zai is in the back. Yeah, no way you're saving yourself, Miles, unfortunately. And there we go.
Okay, this is a great position as well for HSL to have got this hold. Jaws, look at the high ground. You can see everyone's just like, okay, buddy system, hold hands, we're going up. That's where we need to be because we can control the engagements a lot better. Crocs can come up. He can try and use a primal range. That's got to be the win condition right here. They've got to remove the premier positioning from HSL by investing that Winston ultimate. Maybe you can isolate someone by themselves if you do an old 180 slap to the back of the head, put them into the midst of your team. But you also need to make sure Ding doesn't have this huge sightline. Look at how much he can do right here. He can throw this for free.
Grab's coming in. The nade's going to try and land, but goes a little bit short. Nano boost onto Henningsen, or at least he tried to do it. That Shadow's going to land on the back line, but Henningsen just gets rushed down. That Shadow hit one, Harry. One was stunned, but the rest of Shoes Money Crew were all more than okay to force themselves through the shield of Henningsen. And as soon as he kind of steps out of line as well, it just leaves so easy dive targets for the Winston and Diva.
Could have been Morphic, could have been Mouse, could have been Crocs with a bubble shield, but someone there mitigated things incoming. Padwick running, and that was so important. And now Crocs, as this begins to roll in towards the finality of Point B, has a Primal Rage ready to go. He's making sure Chow can't come out of this area, but who's going to come and contest? And we're going to get slapped away by Crocs, who's doing so much damage already.
He's going to get stunned, but still uses the Primal Rage. He's trying to bat the shield away from Henningsen. Oh, he boots him in midair as well.
No fun allowed.
No, he gets back to the rest of his team for the time being, but the EMP is going to come out and rain death from above. A boost coming through from Askov as well. That's sound barrier coming out from Shoes Money Crew to match. Everybody's rather tough to take down, but a perfect focus from Shoes Money Crew takes out Zapri in the end. Henningsen not having a good time either, just gets booted back into the rest of Shoes Money Crew. And this is what we wanted to see. This is the Shoes Money Crew, I think, wanted to turn up in game number 1. They're sailing this payload home. They've got 4.5 minutes now to get through the warehouse.
Yeah, Papa Shu would be proud sharing all of that money with them. Gustav there, he managed to get hacked by the EMP, so it did mean that you couldn't answer it with a sound barrier, but unfortunately, HSL, they were very anemic in their following up there. They really couldn't capitalize on a load of hacked members, and they also used their own sound barrier to try and go forward and do that. You can't be wasting your potential there.
Nice move onto Henningsen, down onto the low ground. Instantly you can see Mouse actually gets isolated in the back, receives a clutch armor pack in time, as well as that rally being used. That brings now 5% towards this grab. And in fact, HSL got a lot of ults online. One of them being the Shatter. There we go. Henningsen asserting dominance on the payload. Leonard taking out 2. And Shoes Money Crew finally stopped on their mission to get this payload to the 3rd point.
Crocs there, possibly just displaced, allowing for a huge shadow. That was exactly what HSL needed, to be able to take that fight while not using a major, more than one playmaking ultimate. They just used the rally to get Henningsen moving forward, then used the shadow to make sure that he could clean up on that on many members. And of course, when you stun be the best, it means they can't use a Transcendence to answer that. That does, however, mean it will be available for the Graviton Surge. We'll likely see both Gravitons and then both Transcendences. Molfig, though, he has the advantage here, Jules. He can place that self-destruct carefully on top like a cherry on a cake and deliver burst damage that Transcendence cannot heal through.
Well, Charles near an involvement of his own. He's not up on the high ground now. There you go. He eventually ascends, but it's still HSL fighting out on this point. Just want to build as many ults as possible. Shoes Money Crew kind of doing the same thing, but all this while, the time bank is fading away. You got to pull your trigger sometimes, Shoes Money Crew. They do so by using that charge, trying to get into that self-destruct, into the grab, but it doesn't work out too well. Molfig lays down his own self-destruct. It's blocked mostly, but Ding ends up going down. A 1 shatter around the corner. Does get blocked up. Well, the stun gets blocked up, sorry, by the Brig, but Henningsen still ends up falling. Charles Mech's going to get instantly destroyed as well. And Shoes Money Crew eventually getting the payload moving once more. HSL burning 2 whole minutes off the time bank though.
Flex supports over onto the Ding Fist. Wants to get an early pick right here, but Crocs is standing stalwart in the doorway. He's going to have to be removed.
I know about that. Ding jumps straight in, instantly gets picked off. Unlucky son. That will be a Graviton Surge earned by Shoes Money Crew as well. They're going to throw it straight in. He saw Chow's defense matrix fade away. The point is still in contestation, but it's only a Lucio they need to deal with. A couple more meters will do it. And Shoes Money Crew will eventually get that payload in.
Unfortunately, not much value gained there for Ding on his 2 entrances on the Doomfist.
He got 50% ult charge though.
It was supposed to be an explosive entrance, but he just couldn't get the targets where they'd be instantly picked off by the punch. Of course, they collide with the wall, and that does a lot of damage. But if you've got more health than that damage pool, then you can easily be healed up when you've got 3 supports behind you. It will give you a lot of ultimate charge, but you're not going to be alive to use it. This is for Shoes Money Crew that we wanted to see. This is for Shoes Money Crew that we anticipated seeing from their previous performances this season. But we've got to do just as well on the defense as HSL get raring and ready to go.
HSL want to make sure they get the first 4 Overwatch of the season. Now, 1 minute and 53. That was rather a large time bank previously. It was about 4 minutes, 4:40 I think it was, around that time. But still, it was rather large going into the last section of the map. It was HSL really playing the slow game. They were waiting for Shoes Money Crew to, they were waiting for Shoes Money Crew to throw ults in so they could react, and then Shoes Money Crew would then have to forcibly react with their own support ults. It was only right at the last second we saw Crocs just jump round the corner, hit a big shatter. After that self-destruct had destroyed the shield of Henningsen, they got the payload from underneath that bridge. And like you said before, HSL were able to set a lot of things up there. They could throw the bomb in, they could also grab from the high ground as well. HSL still playing rather well. Shoes Money Crew eventually coming online in this last match.
It makes you wonder what would have happened there if they hadn't forced Ding off of this Ana, if they hadn't eaten that Bardic Grenade, and they'd got that team wipe there using the Graviton and the Bionade. Could have gone very differently there on the defense, but it's just the clutch, tiny plays of Shoes Money Crew that have been able to carry them forward and make sure that they can consistently win these fights. Let's take a quick look at their comp. They're running the 3-2-1. It's for Ana and, of course, the Sombra, but Fish has been very good at checking Molfig so far, whether on the Ana or whether he is on the Brigitte.
He's on hands though this time around. HSL looking to change up the comp though. There we go. Over to the Brig.
I want their triple support back with the Ana.
Standard 3-3. Although there is going to be an Ana as Ding knows that Molfig is on at the Sombra now at this point. You can hold tab as soon as 15 seconds has elapsed. Trying to get the hack, but yeah, Molfig's going to get checked almost instantly by Fisher again.
Going for a quick flight. Chow is going to be raining down those bullets from above, trying to get the premium on EMP
He almost
charge.
missed that. That's a good bio grenade to start off the fight. Astrof ends up going down. He's trying to duel out with Chow right now, who he's doing a lot more damage than he's doing to him. He finally ends up getting healed up as he does drop to the floor. Henningson kind of refusing to let the fight go, but you should probably reset. Zapre actually gets booped off the edge of the map as well. Nice little pick there onto Ding as he tries to escape to spawn. And as always, with people that are running away, you get a lot of free ult charge there, Harry. Look what they got coming online. Nano's up. Almost have that Nano plus the shatter.
That boop onto Zapro was so important. Make sure he's going to spawn with 0 energy compared to Mouse, who's got the leftover energy from the last fight. That means he's doing more damage. That means he can build up towards the grab faster. Look, Molf is behind here on the left-hand side. Gets a hack onto Zapre. No shields are going to be able...
Askov is already dead. Is fight over. It's done. Askov was on the high ground trying to boot people away. Got caught out.
Ooh,
And then you're done. Your fight is finished. Shoes Money Crew still building up ults, holding them at the door. It's Harry, 2 minutes. Time bank fading away. They got 2:30 remaining, and they haven't even got around the first corner.
Well, the scant good news is that Zapre managed to keep a hold of that energy, and Chow almost has the EMP. But guess what? Molf is just as ready, and I'll be the best has the Nano Boost to try and combine with the EMP into Nano. Ryan is deadly.
There's 0 follow-up from HSL. They didn't have the ults online. And to be fair, even if they did, you probably don't want to use them, as really you got to contend with a whole lot more coming up in the next. Shoes Money Crew did lay down the hammer as well. At this point, you got Grav, you got the Nano. Ryan's going to earn another shatter rather quick anyway.
EMP shatter, real clean. Right now, I'll be the best to go into a position where he can guarantee he will hit himself a big Bionade. I want to see the Graviton Surge into a Bionade to deny all the healing, and then you Nano Crocs, and he'll do all the damage he needs to get himself yet another one of those shatters. They have given up a lot of positioning here. They want to play in the marketplace instead, because of course you can grab everyone together. When they're going through those narrow chokes, they're a lot more grouped together, and they're going to be the victims.
Astrof's actually going to get hacked to the back line. Actually, a sleep onto Fisher. This might be the perfect setup they were looking for. EMP's available for HSL. They kind of refuse to use it. Henningson and Fisher already go down. A Graviton Surge thrown out by Mouse. Croc swings in. They save ults. It's the defense from Shoes Money Crew looking so good. They only throw in what they need.
It's exactly like we called it. Grav, then the Bionade. They didn't even use the Nano Boost that I thought they may have to give Crocs that extra charge towards his Earth Shatter. Now Henningson and Chow, they've got to combine. They've got to make sure they can make that combo work just as well. I don't want to see Zapre using his Graviton Surge here if they can just go for an EMP Shatter. But look at the positioning of Shoes Money Crew. They're high, they're low, they're all over the place. It's going to be very hard for everyone to be in one place and get caught out by a single ultimate.
That's why RMB the best will be
Crocs attacked.
going around the backside. Doesn't really want to mess with this EMP. Supercharges somebody to make sure Chow doesn't have as much effect. Here comes the EMP. The Graviton Surge is going to come out as well. Zapre gets focused down. Henningson's going to go down as well. HSL have so many ults. They threw in one. And Shoes Money Crew respond with a couple of their own. Nano Brig doing a lot of damage. Oblig playing scared. But he's got people to back him up with. 15 seconds now remains for HSL. And they have 4 ults online, Harry. They've not had the space to do anything. Chow's, this is going to be his first big EMP, and it's going to have to mean something.
The greed of frugality. Chow needs to hit this EMP. Henningson needs the shatter as well. They're going to make the early engagement.
The rally. Askov instantly take him out. Finally, the EMP comes out, but they're instant beat to save their lives. Henningson hits the shatter of the century, but it doesn't matter. They have too much health to choose through, and SMC will end up taking the victory.
The 4 Overwatch Accords have remained very much in place, Jaws. 3-1 and no zeros in our scoreline for the entire season so far, and so it will remain that way exiting week 3. But HSL, they looked very powerful there until they decided to play the Sombra. They looked decidedly weaker with the Sombra compositions. It seems like they are They're over-planning, they're overthinking things. They're not trying to clutch out these fights where they could win. They're thinking, okay, this is a plan, we're sticking to it. If that doesn't work, well, I guess we die.
Yeah, well, you saw Zapre throw out the grab, and you're like, okay, that's going to be a lot of follow-up, it's going to be fairly easy. And then, like you said, maybe they were overthinking it a little bit. As soon as that happened, there was an answer from Shoes Money Crew. They rallied, they can use a support ult there, and maybe even throw the EMP. Everybody's going to get baited into that grab because they want to do the most damage possible. You get EMP'd, and it's like, well, now I can't use my ults. We're being very slow here. We want to save ults for the preceding fights, but you're not going to get them. If you only throw one ult in and it gets responded with a support ult, that denies all of that damage.
Don't know how long Chow had that EMP, but I'm not happy with how the usage here for HSL worked out. I imagine they thought, okay, so we've won the series now. We just need to, we'll work on our ultimate economy. We want to become the caliber of an Overwatch League team when it comes to only using the ultimates they need, but they need to have the more adaptive shot calling as well. You can't just have a plan going in and that'll do it. You need to have a plan, and then you need to have your on-the-point shot caller.
HSL, however, they do lose the map, yes, and there's no 4 Overwatch happening, but they do win this series, which puts them now ahead of Shoes Money Crew. They did come in today with the same scorelines. HSL looking so dominant, and King's Row especially. Just their control of the fights and their pacing and being able to disrupt Molfig time and time again was just the key to their success.
Yeah, and also playing that rather unique triple support